Bonjour! Today let's have a look at a second group verb and conjugate it into 5 different French tenses. Okay, so the objective of this lesson today is to gain an overall overview of the 5 main tenses for regular IR verbs and not ER verbs. Now, if you have followed my lesson, you will know that we have 3 different groups of verbs in French. We've got the regular ER verbs, we've got the regular IR verbs, which means that all these IR verbs are conjugated the same way, and then we've got the rest, okay? And sometimes it varies, okay? But today we are looking at IR verbs. Okay, when I mean IR verbs, I mean verbs such as finir, rougir, obéir, abolir, agir, grandir, vieillir, and many, many more. I would like you, however, to be really aware that some IR verbs are actually irregular, so belong to the third group verbs, such as dormir, mourir, partir. Now, you will see the translation on your screen here. Now, remember that they are not conjugated the same way as the ones I've just previously quoted. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to take a verb, really simple one, which is used every time. It's finir, to finish. I know for a fact it's a second group verb, and I'm about to conjugate it in the present tense, passé composé, imperfect, future, and conditional. And the objective of this lesson is for you to see the same verb next to each other and see whether there is differences between the endings and the stem of that verb as well. Let's get on with it and start with finir in the present tense. So basically, we're going to learn how to say I finish or I am finishing. Remember that we don't have such a thing as I am finishing in French, so we say I finish. How do we do that? Have a look at the chart. Je finis. I finish, I'm finishing. Tu finis. Il finit. Elle finit. On finit. Nous finissons. Vous finissez. Ils finissent. Elles finissent. Now, the thing with IR verb and second group verb is that when you come to the nous, the vous, and the il, it ends with is sound, and it's very specific to IR verb in the second group. Now, this is going to help you conjugate in the imperfect tense, so you need to remember how to say nous, we finish in the present tense in order to carry that through for the imperfect. But we will see that in 1 minute. Okay, now let's have a look at what the passé composé looks like when conjugating an IR verb which belongs to the second group. Okay, quite simple. I have told you so many times before that the passé composé is composed of the auxiliary verb to have or to be and the past participle of that verb. For finir, which is all the verb, for all the verbs in second group, you just drop the R. And there you've got the past participle, fini. So what we want to say is I finished, I have finished, okay? And by the way, though we say I finished in English, we don't in French. We have to translate it as I and then have and then finished. So make sure that you know the auxiliary you want to use and the past participle you want to use. For IR verb, quite simply, because that's what we're doing today, you drop the R. So I have finished becomes j'ai fini. Tu as fini. You have finished. Il a fini. Elle a fini. On a fini. Nous avons fini. Vous avez fini. Ils ont fini. Elles ont fini. And here, quite simply, if you know your auxiliary verb to have in the present tense, you know how to conjugate a verb in the passé composé, okay? Remember, we don't say I finished, we say I have finished. That's the way you should translate it in French. Okay, so we've seen the present tense and the passé composé. Let's have a look at what the same verb, finir, looks like in the imperfect tense. So you're going to tell me, but what is the imperfect tense? Well, the imperfect tense is when I say I was finishing or I used to finish. It's an action that started in the past and carried on over a period of time in the past, okay? Again, you can't say I was finishing, okay? There is no such a thing, or I used to finish, or try to translate was and used to. Doesn't exist. In French, we do it only one way, okay? Have a look at how we say I used to finish. Je finissais, okay? Now, do you remember when I said to you, remember the present tense of nous for that verb? Well, this is where it becomes useful. Nous finissons will give you the stem of the imperfect. Finisse, okay? Je finissais, tu finissais, il finissait, elle finissait, on finissait, nous finissions, vous finissiez, il finissait, elle finissait. So basically, we've learned how to say they were finishing or they used to finish. Remember, we don't have to translate from English to French there and then were and finishing does not exist. Okay, you've got to know the special endings. Right, let's have a look now at the same verb in the future tense. In order to create the future, you need to have the stem. The stem is quite simple. For the IR verb, you keep the verb as it is, finir, their infinitive verb, finir, and then you add those special, very special ending. So we are going to learn here how to say I will finish, okay? So keep the verb as it is, finir, and add this. Je finirai. Tu finiras. Il finira. Elle finira. On finira. Nous finirons. Vous finirez. Ils finiront. Elles finiront. So basically, we've learned how to say I will finish, you will finish, he will finish, okay? In French, there is no such a thing as will, so we've got to have those special endings in. For the future tense, keep the verb as it is and add those very special endings. When you see them next to each other on the chart, you will understand there is a pattern. Now, let's have a look at the conditional tense. Now, you're going to tell me, but what is the conditional? What am I going to try to say here? Using finir again, because that's what we're sticking with, second group verb, you are going to learn how to say I would finish. And once again, the same as I will finish, there is no such a thing as I will or I would. So you need to add special endings. Now, in order to create the conditional, you've got to use the future stem and add the ending of the imperfect tense. Whoa, have I lost you here? If you are following the chart, you will see exactly what I mean. So what is the future stem of finir? It is finir, exactly the same. What is the endings of the imperfect? What are the endings of the imperfect? Yes, you can see them. So add them to that stem and then we know how to say I would finish. So here we go. Je finirai, tu finirais, il finirait, elle finirait, on finirait, nous finirions, vous finiriez, il finirait, elle finirait. Okay, so now you've got the verb finir, second group, quite regular, remember. Put next to each other. So we've seen the present tense, have a look, the passé composé, okay. We've seen the imparfait, we've seen the futur, and we've seen the conditionnel. Next to each other, can you see any patterns at all? Can you actually confidently take another second group verb and try to conjugate exactly the same way as I have just done with finir? Well, I think you can actually, okay? Remember one thing, that imperfect is finisse or whatever. If you take rougir, to blush, you would say rougisse, and then you add this special ending of the imperfect. Je rougissais, I used to blush, okay? Now, the second thing you need to look out for is the future tense, okay? Finir, keep the verb as it is, and add those special a endings. Now, the way you find them, a, on, and on endings for the future tense, have a look at the passé composé. What can you see? J'ai, tu as, il a, elle a. Now, funnily enough, these are the endings of the future tense. Can you see that? So if you study the chart and study each individual tense and try now to match them with each other, you will see that there is a pattern. And this is the objective of this lesson. I just wanted you to see the verb next to each other. Now refer back to my lesson on the comparison chart for ER verb and the ones for RE verbs, which means the highly irregular verbs as well. Okay, that's it for me. Remember that there is a support guide available to this lesson at learnfrenchwithalexa.com, my awesome channel. And remember to subscribe to Learn French with Alexa, the YouTube channel, because I post videos all the time. That's it for me. Au revoir, à bientôt, et puis bisous bisous. Salut!